And I want you to know this. And I want you to know this. Yeah. And I want you to know this. And I want you to know this. And I want you to know this. And I want you to know.
Hey everybody, this is my name Diane with another taping of
Just saying.
Just Saying.
And we're back, guys, and we're happy to be back, and we thank you all for joining us again.
Yeah.
And today we want to discuss
what's been going on lately in the
Yes.
news with police brutality, police shooting unarmed men. As we know from the past, Michael Brown and the I Can't Breathe guy.
Eric Garner.
Yeah, and then at the first of, I think it was like April 7th with Walter Scott.
Yes.
This was a guy that was police did a routine check.
Traffic
I think
stop.
his light was
Or a
out
tail
or
light.
something like that.
Right.
And the guy got out and he started running. Well, different reports, I don't know if this is correct or not, but different reports said that he had a warrant for child support.
For child support.
So he was in fear, but he ran. But here's where the story turns. The police ran for a while, thought he was pulling a taser. Thought
he was pulling a taser.
and shot him in the back. Shot him in the back.
8 times. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Shot him in
8
the back.
times.
And there is video footage of something dropping from the police.
Yes.
Allegedly,
Yes.
it is the taser. You know, we do have to say allegedly because it hadn't gone to court.
Right.
But allegedly, it was the taser, and allegedly, he planted the taser at the body of the guy was shot.
Yes.
So it's
And
just
hats
been-
off to Fiend, I'm not sure how to say his name, but the guy that recorded, that's responsible for the tape, hats off to
Recorded.
you. You're a brave young man.
Yeah.
And he's been very fearful lately.
Yeah, well,
He's a foreigner, you know, he came to this country, and he is now the conscience of America.
Exactly.
And that's that's hats off to him.
Well, not getting off track too far, but not too long ago in New York City, there was a police cop or detective that stopped, I think he was a foreigner, a Uber driver or something, and the guy on the back seat recorded him, and he was like being racial because the guy was a foreigner. And it's just so much going on, and it looks like our only defense is videotaping.
Yes.
But then you will have some policemen tell you you can't have your phone.
Right.
But we have to be educated.
And guys, think about how many things have gone under the radar when it comes to black people.
Exactly.
And we don't want to hear, I know I'm speaking for my sister here, we don't want to hear, stop making it about race. Listen,
Don't
guys,
play the race card.
this is about race.
It's
we are playing
real.
the race card
It's
because this is
real.
what this is about.
It's actuality.
We have had just today or maybe yesterday, another black guy was killed by the name of Harris.
Yes,
Can't
Eric
think of his
Harris.
first name. Eric Harris from
Yep.
Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Yep.
has been gunned down
Yep.
because the police, a 73-year-old officer, thought he had a taser.
Right.
And again, here we go with the taser thing.
Right.
And he has been shot and killed. He told the officer.
He said the guy, now it was bad enough that the officer shot him while running, but what has gotten the social media in an uproar is that the guy, Eric Harris, actually said, he shot me, man, oh my God, I'm losing my breath. To which, this is what one of the officers said, not necessarily the officer that shot him, but one of the officers said, F your breath, shut the F up.
Wow. Are we seeing a trend here with black people, guys?
Yep.
Eric Garner said, I can't breathe. Everyone knows, hands up, I can't breathe.
Yep.
Or hands up, don't shoot with Michael Brown. Now we have seen, I mean, you go back to Trayvon Martin, you go to Eric Garner,
all those
Walter
guys.
Scott now.
Yes. And then the guy died within an hour of saying that.
Wow.
Within an hour of saying that. You know, and you know what? This is so prevalent now because we have footage. We have people recorded. We have good Samaritans that's recorded, like what you said, the Sin guy.
Yes.
But what about down through the years, so many people have died. And
when there were no dash cams, when there were no cell phones, when there was nothing like that, so many people have been killed unjustly. And when people come to us and say, stop making this about race and stop pulling the race card, what else is it about, guys? We are seeing here, yes, white people get killed, white people get
I don't understand the people, and I know a lot of people say it. I see it and I hear it, but there is no denying that there is still racial tension in the United States of America. I'm sorry, white against black.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
What it is. And
let's not. And like I said, I said this one time before. I'm a mother of 2 black boys. I have to educate my boys to let them know: 1, you are black. 2, you are male.
Yes.
Those are 2 strikes out the gate already against you.
And
that's what I have to teach
the way it
them.
is.
It's not being prejudiced. It is a way. It's a form of life.
And if you don't teach them as young black men to be careful and to mind what they do, and they shouldn't have to curtail their lives for that. But they do, because they will get gunned down.
Right. And speaking of curtailing your life, there's a story also about Chris Rock. You know, the comedian.
Yes. We love you, Chris.
He has been racially profiled, living in I guess you would say, an
affluent community,
driving a nice car, and has been stopped repeatedly by the police because they don't know him. They're not familiar with him. So he has, do you call that racial profiling, or was he going 1 mile over the speed limit, or was he, you know,
or was his windows too tinted, or whatever.
Music blaring, and then someone jokingly, I hope jokingly, said, "Well, man, you just need to drive a Prius." Should we downgrade ourselves to fit in?
Yes, that's the question, guys. Tell us what you think. Leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
We want you to join in on this because this topic is hot. It doesn't seem like, sadly enough, it's going anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
Because this is what's happening in America.
That's right.
I mean, a man was found hanging in, was it Mississippi not long ago?
Oh my gosh.
Let's not forget about that. People, there is a targeted. Black people are being targeted.
So what do? Do you humble down and yes sir, and do whatever they say do?
Yes.
Or do you, we have rights. We are citizens of the United States.
Yes.
We should not have to conform. We should not have to tuck our tails. We should not have to be a certain way in order to not be beat or killed or, you know, profiled. You know,
so in the event that you're stopped, in the event that your boy who's driving is stopped, in the event that any black person is stopped, what do? Do you make an extra effort to show your hands while you're reaching into the glove compartment to get your registration? What do you do? Because it seems, even if you comply, if this officer is having a bad day, you run the risk of getting shot and not going home to your family that day.
And look, I have a perfect example of this incident personally. I was picking my son up from practice one evening. The boys, football guys, were out front horse playing. The coaches were like, I don't know, what, 5 feet from them. There was an overzealous cop. Why was he in the on the campus anyway? But he rushed the scene. He pulled out and jumped out of the car. I'm sorry, cameraman. But jumped out of the car and was like, "Are y'all playing or what's going on?" These are boys just got through.
And you're saying, had they all been white, you don't think he would have done it?
I know. And the coaches looking at the cop like, what's going on? These guys were just getting off the football field, you know, adrenaline still pumping, and they were horse playing. And the cop came in. I don't know why he was riding, but this is just one example of millions.
And we've seen it over and over again down through the years. You can have, for some reason down here in the South, and maybe in other places too, teenagers like to gather in a parking lot, like at a Rite Aid or Walgreens
or McDonald's when we were in school.
And so we have seen, if there's a group of white boys gathered at the Walgreens parking lot, just all times of the night, just sitting around, you know, shooting the breeze with their guys, it's fine. The police cruise by and wave at them. Hi, how you doing? All right, guys, be careful. group of black guys gathered in the same parking lot in front of the store,
That's what you're
it's
hearing.
mayhem.
Break it
Somebody's
up.
trying to steal, or somebody's doing something they have no business.
Yeah.
So we're not angry black people here, guys.
These are facts.
These are
I don't
facts.
know what else to say to make you guys understand it. But you know what? People choose to believe what they want to
Exactly.
believe. You know, so again, let us know like you always do,
Yes.
whether you think we're wrong or not, because facts are facts. You can't argue the facts.
Right.
I'm sorry that you feel bad about, but and look, let us say it is not all white people.
Exactly.
It is not all black
No, it's
people.
not. It's not.
You know, so
So-
again, it is not all white people, and it's
Right.
not all white cops. There are
Right,
some good
right,
white
right.
cops, but we're saying,
And there are some bad black people. We're not
and there's
saying
some bad
that.
black cops.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
even in that the
Walter
Walter
Scott,
Scott case,
mhm.
they are looking into the other cop. He was a black guy, and I think he was kind of frisking him while he was on the ground. You know, so they're looking into pressing charges against him as well.
Into why he wasn't assisting him or something?
Yeah, saying that the guy, the officer, the black guy, was covering up for Slager, the
Oh,
white cop.
okay.
Said that
Yeah.
when he filed his report that he left out some things and he covered. So, I mean, it's
And we're
good.
talking about Charleston,
South Carolina,
South Carolina
I believe. Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So, and we're not seeing this just in southern states, because I think Eric Garner happened in
New York.
New York. In New York.
Something like that,
And this Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Tulsa.
with the Eric Harris.
It just happened yesterday.
Yes.
What, April 10th, 11th, something.
Yes. So
But-
our cops, and maybe there are some officers that will look at this as well and be able to say from their standpoint that because they have been attacked, they are more sensitive
Yeah.
in pulling their weapons.
I've actually heard or seen on the social media a person expressing the same views that we have, and then one of their friends, which happens to be a cop, said, you know, you're not out there every day. You don't see what we're challenged with. We just look at the regardless if it's black or white, we're looking at our life at that moment is in jeopardy.
Right, right.
But
and
you
I may not go
cannot.
home to my family.
But you still can't tell me there is a little, maybe it's this much, maybe it's that much, but it's more apprehension when you see a black guy
Right, right.
versus
Right.
what you would call, because they probably would racially profile a white guy with the long hair and the what you call those things in their ears, the gauges,
Yeah,
or what,
yeah.
you know, they may do that. But I know if you have a Oxford wearing preppy type white guy, he will not get judged the same way as a black guy. The black guy could have on an Oxford shirt and
And
look
still
preppy
get profiled.
and still
Yeah,
get profiled.
yeah.
So.
It's the cold hard truth in America today, and it's sad, but it's true.
It's sad, but it's true.
Should black people conform? Should we not get or black male not get such an expensive car because he's going to be
Or not, yeah,
You know,
profile, or
profile.
not live in a good neighborhood, or why do we have to take down for that? You know, and it is a way of life. It is, you would think that we're 2015, we are more advanced in technology. You would think we would be more advanced in our understanding, our tolerance and love of people.
Right.
But that's just not the case.
It's not the case,
It's
and it
not the
seems to
case.
be a hunting season for blacks.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I hate to be overly dramatic about it, but that's the way it seems
Yeah.
with everything that's been going on.
Yes,
lately.
parents, mothers, fathers of black boys, please, I beg you, educate your
Educate.
children.
Educate.
This
Yes.
may be a hard pill to swallow, but you must let your kids know the reality of life.
Right,
You
right,
must know.
right.
You can't say, you know, well, it's
filtered.
not going to be. What if your child is in a predicament and he's thinking he has the same right as others? Because Mr. Young White
Right,
uppity
right,
guy,
right.
you know, father is the DA or whatever, and he gets off. But your child is left holding
Right,
the bag. Please
right.
educate your kids.
Right, educate.
Educate them
Educate your kids.
with who the friends they hang out with, the people they. And I don't care. I mean, you can call me whatever, but I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying.
Just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Just saying.
You know.
It's real out here, people, and if we don't have some type of values instilled at the house, like she said, talk to your boys, talk to your
to 'em.
daughters. I mean, let them know, prepare them for how the world is. The
Yep.
world is not sugar and rainbows.
No,
and, well,
my
I mean, for some people
goodness.
it may be, but
Yeah,
it's not
overall,
all
it's
positive. Prepare them for the negative and prepare them for, being profiled and how that's going to feel.
Yep.
You're going to, as a black man in this country, you're going to feel beat down sometimes.
Disappointed.
Yes.
Betrayed.
Yes.
That's a part of life. You go ahead and prepare, but if you act like things like this don't exist, if you stick your head in the sand, if you, oh, not my son because he speaks well, he does this, and he has a lot of white friends, that's not reality. That is
and
not
on
reality.
the same token, black boys may wear their pants sagging. They may wear, look thuggish. Does that is that scary to some people when they see a group of black guys? Are people afraid? And then you just have this. Maybe that's why.
Right.
I mean, there's no excuse for it, but I'm always trying to play the side of the person that may be watching a non-black person.
Well, I'm telling you, black, white, Jew, or Gentile, if I see your pants sagging, if I see you with tattoos all over your body, with the capsule, I'm going to be afraid of you. You could be
white or black.
White or black. You could be my son's best friend, but when I see you, I'm going to be afraid to hang out with you. Not hang out, but be around you. I'm going to lock my door because it is about the way you present yourself.
And so if the police stop someone like that, and by the way, none of these guys that got killed were like that, but if the police stop someone like that with the pants sagging or the car full of black guys, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, but look, police, there are certain people that are held at a higher standard because, one, you are an authority. So you can't, I think police need to go through some other type of training because you can't be so quick to judge because if you do, a lot of this will happen like has been. So you got to be able, as a police, you have to be able to kind of judge and I understand
it's
like
split second,
split second, because you do have the guns, you do have the tasers, you do have that authority, so you should be at a higher standard.
But there is no reason, you can't tell me with Walter Scott running back turn, you don't run from people this way, going backtracking this way, you run with your back turned, which means I'm no longer a threat to you because my hands are away from you. And to get shot in the back, and some people say like a dog, to me it was better than a dog because you don't stand over a dog and shoot him 8 times. But this man was shot 8 times. It was overkill. It was simply overkill.
And I hate to be the burden of bad news or whatever, but even with we saying that it's obvious it was murder, it's obvious it was homicide, it has not gone to court. Because to me, it was obvious with Mike Brown, but we see which way the jury went. So, all this stuff is still alleged. We have people that can twist and turn. That's why
it was obvious with Trayvon Martin.
Exactly.
And he got off.
So, even with the white girl with the baby. What was her name? We got so upset about.
Casey Anthony.
It was obvious, but you see, we have prosecutors and we have defense attorneys. So whoever, I guess the world is whoever does a better job. That's who gets the cookie, whether it's true or not.
So where's the justice? No justice, no peace, hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. I mean, the whole 9 yards. When does it stop? When does it stop? When does the killing stop? Police, as you said, need to go through some type of other sensitivity training or something.
And for goodness sake, if they already have psychological issues, do not put a gun in their hand.
Exactly.
Because I don't remember which one exactly. But there was, I don't know if it was the Tamir Rice with the little kid got killed. Somebody, one of the cops had, he was fired from one job or whatever, but he had a psychological issue. But yet and still, he had a gun and a badge.
Exactly. And when you are put in positions like that with a loaded weapon, the same thing with the guy that crashed the airplane. He had psychological issues, and he's behind tons.
That's a weapon.
People. That's a weapon. Yes. So screening needs to happen, and it needs to happen like yesterday for jobs of this caliber. When you're carrying a gun, you have people's lives in your hands.
In your hands. You have people's lives. I know we kind of running short on time, but I know a great topic for next time, Diane, is should we as Christians, should we as women, should we as black people carry guns?
Good topic.
Should we have pistol permits? Should we have gun permits?
Yes.
Let us know what you think about that
About
as well.
that topic. Yes, that's going to be a good one because, you know, we say we believe in God and He's our protector. Where does that fall in with Christian and
Yeah,
you know,
guns.
religion and
Mhm,
guns
mhm,
and women and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be up. And certainly if you have suggestions for topics,
Right.
leave it in the comments.
Right.
And we'll get to it. We're going to be having guests on the show.
That's right.
coming up.
We've had a lot of requests for being on.
Yes.
They want to express. People want to express
People
themselves.
want to just say.
They want to just say and not be held accountable.
Right, right.
You know, not be held like looked at differently.
Exactly.
you
And
know.
that's what this show is about. We want to give you a chance to speak.
Thank you guys so much for
Thanks
tuning
for
in
watching.
and sharing with us. Even
Yes.
if you have opinions that's different
Yeah,
from
we
ours.
wanna hear 'em.
We
We
want
wanna
to
hear-
hear
that's
them
what this
because
is about.
it's just saying it's your opinion.
Right.
You
And
know,
our opinion
and our
and-
opinion,
and-
you know, that's
yes.
what makes the world go round. So
We want to hear your opinion.
We wanna
so
hear it.
don't hesitate. You know, let us know your thoughts about
Yep.
anything that we've said. That's what
Yep.
this show is about. We want to open a forum for you
Yeah.
to communicate with us,
Right.
us to communicate with you.
Right.
And
right. We want to keep the families uplifted too,
Yes,
and
yes.
and for I think I read somewhere that the families for the most part want prayer and you know they don't want the fighting and the riots. That's not
Right,
going to solve
right.
anything.
That doesn't do anything.
So let's just keep them lifted up. Those of you that's into the lawmaking, let's look into some laws being made.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
look into something positive other than rioting, looting,
Right, right.
stuff that's not going
Right.
to
And we
solve
don't want to be
anything.
20 years down the road and 15 years down the road and this stuff is still happening.
Right.
We want to see a change.
Right,
And of
right.
course Martin Luther King wanted to see a change.
Right.
Malcolm X or whoever else
Right.
wanted to see a change. And slow progress was made, but we're still,
Right.
for as much as we're going this way, we're kind of backing up
Right,
with all of
right.
this stuff that's going on.
Right.
It's
Right.
time for prayer.
That's right.
It's time
right,
for prayer.
it changes things
Yes,
and people,
yes,
you know.
yes.
And if all of us come together with one accord, black, white, Jew or Gentile,
Yes.
you know, some things
Real.
can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, thank you. Share,
Educate your children.
educate. Please do that.
Educate them at home. You may just save their lives out in the street.
Amen. That's good. You ought to pin that one.
I did that one. Quote.
But
Yeah.
again, please like, please share,
Please
subscribe to the
Thumbs up.
YouTube. I was gonna say the Yahoo, the YouTube,
The YouTube channel.
Just Saying Talk Show.
Yeah, when
And,
you type it in, make sure you put Just Saying, because a lot of people have been looking it up under Just Saying. So Just Saying Talk Show. Subscribe
right.
to the channel, share with your
Like,
friends,
share.
favorite,
Yeah.
comment.
comment.
Yeah. Even if it's
Negative.
what you disagree with, comment.
Yeah,
We
because
wanna
I
hear
know
your
you
comments.
guys will do that anyway. So
Yes,
without us, so
yes. And the next show, we're going to be, we put out the proposal to talk about guns and women and Christians and guns and all that stuff. But if you have a topic, certainly we will take your list and we'll
That's
get to
right,
it as
that's right,
we go.
that's right.
And we thank you guys so
Thank
much for
you,
watching.
thank
Again,
you.
this has been another episode of Just Saying, and
Just
we love you
Saying,
guys.
love
Thank
you.
you for your support.
Thank you for stopping us in the streets. Thank you for stopping us in the stores and
Yes.
telling us how much you love the show.
And how much the show has impacted you. We've heard that a
Yes,
lot. And
yes.
we're grateful. We're grateful to God, and we're grateful to you for watching.
Amen.
And there's much, much more to come.
Much more.
So stay tuned.
You got
guys.
to subscribe to the channel to
You
keep
gotta
in touch.
subscribe. We love you guys. See you
Love
next time.
Bye bye.